This is a film about a Russian Ilyushin 76 TD heavy-lift cargo aircraft operating out of Union Glacier in Antarctica. The Ilyushin flies supplies and refuse between Punta Arenas in Chile and the Antarctic Logistics and Expeditions, or AEL, camp on Antarctica's Union Glacier. The Ilyushin operates on a natural blue ice runway on the Union Glacier. The runway is naturally crevasse-free, and strong winds flowing down from the surrounding mountains keep the runway generally free from snow. With the COVID-19 pandemic in full swing, getting to Antarctica wasn't easy and involved passing 10 SARS-CoV-2 PCR and rapid antigen tests and wearing masks indoors in Antarctica except while eating. The blue ice runway has a scalloped surface, which makes its surface rougher than an asphalt runway. The weather was ideal with a 20-knot wind blowing straight down the runway when the Ilyushin approached. The Blue Ice Runway was certified by the Chilean Directorate of General Civilian Aviation in 2008 for VFR use. It has an elevation of 700 meters, or about 2,400 feet, and a maximum length of 3,100 meters, or 10,000 feet, and a width of about 50 meters, or 164 feet. Mother Nature largely maintains the runway with the exception of some minor snow clearance. The runway's profile has a pronounced vertical curve that means an observer can't see the total length of the runway when standing at either end. In 1935, U.S. explorer Lincoln Ellsworth flew over western Antarctica and discovered the mountain range that is now named after him. The ice surface of the Blue Ice Runway is strong enough such that aircraft can land using wheels instead of skis, and wheeled aircraft can carry much heavier loads than ski-equipped aircraft. Since the Blue Ice Runway is on a glacier, it moves along every year by about 30 meters. Because of the ice's low coefficient of friction, planes tend to decelerate using reverse thrust as opposed to traditional means of braking the wheels, and so the runway needs to be much longer than a traditional runway. The Ilyushin 76 TD-90VD, with Aviad Vigatel PS-90 engines and a partial glass cockpit, was developed especially for Volga Dnieper Cargo Company, which currently operates 5 of the type. Ground-penetrating radar shows that the Union Glacier has a mean ice thickness of 1,450 meters, or about a mile. Between 1979 and 1991, the Soviet Air Force's Ilyushin 76s made 14,700 flights into Afghanistan, with many taking hits from U.S.-supplied shoulder-launched Stinger missiles, but they continued to fly along. Interestingly, the bulk of the Canadian Army equipment for the NATO mission in Afghanistan in the 2000s was flown into country using civilian Ilyushin 76s. As it is a non-instrumented runway, big jets require weather that allows them to see the runway from about 20 to 30 kilometers or 12 to 18 miles out when at an altitude of 2,100 meters or 7,000 feet. The Ilyushin 76 TD is comparable to the much newer Boeing C-17 Globemaster III, except the C-17 can carry 80 tons versus the 40 tons for the Ilyushin. The Ilyushin has a tail-loading entrance with an expanding loading ramp. If required for loading of cargo, the cabin is equipped with 2 electric winches of 3-ton traction each and 4 electric hoists with a pulling capacity of up to 10 tons. The Ilyushin brings in a wide variety of cargo, including vehicles for people seeking to challenge the Antarctic terrain, including driving to the South Pole. For example, Valkyrie Racing's road rally car, a Porsche 356, was flown in. It had regular front tires used for transport, with skis substitute for operation on snow and ice. Friction causes the skis to heat up, and when stopped, the skis melt the snow, which then freeze to the ski. We simply push the car to free up the skis.
Well, that's not good.
The heavily modified Porsche 356 completed a journey of 356 miles across the Antarctica once its front wheels were replaced with skis. Based on their successful experience, the team is planning a record-setting trip to the South Pole. While waiting for the completion of the unloading, the crew of the Ilyushin used a hatchet to collect a bucket of glacier ice. The glass nose of the Ilyushin was the military requirement so that the navigator could locate remote runways and/or drop zones for paratroopers and airdrops. The military version also came with a gun turret in the tail for defensive purposes. It took some 3.5 hours from landing until the unloading was complete and the Ilyushin took off for the Russian Novolazarovskaya station on the coast before heading north to Cape Town, South Africa. The Ilyushin would return to the Union Glacier to extract refuse and equipment from the AEL camp at the end of the season in January. It was a welcome relief when the Ilyushin took off, as I was very cold after 4 hours at the runway due to the minus 20 degrees C temperatures and the wind chill caused by the 20-knot wind. Apart from the discomfort, the cold quickly killed camera batteries.
Take me somewhere nice, to some tired island in your heart called